The Obsidian Claw controlled the eastern districts of Proxima Station with scaled fists and plasma fire. Their leader, Carthax, was a Dravine whose reputation preceded him like the smell of sulfur before a volcanic eruption. 7 feet of crimson scales, horns that could gore through hull plating, and eyes like molten gold. He was everything the galaxy expected from a dragon crime lord. But Carthax had never seen anything quite like Julian before. She was human, that much was obvious. Humans were rare this far out in the Terminus sector, and the ones who made it here were usually running from something. Julian worked at the Nebula's End, a dingy establishment where criminals, mercenaries, and station workers came to forget their problems. She moved between tables with practiced efficiency, her dark hair pulled back, her eyes downcast. It was those eyes, or rather, what surrounded them, that caught Carthax's attention during his weekly collection visit. A purple-green bruise bloomed across her left cheekbone, poorly concealed by makeup. Another marked her forearm when her sleeve rode up. Carthax's nostrils flared and his claws tapped once against the table. His lieutenant, Vex, noticed the gesture and fell silent. "The human!" Carthax rumbled in galactic common. "Who owns her contract?" Vex checked his datapad. "Melvis, Ferengi trader. Bought her labor contract 6 months ago when she couldn't pay docking fees." Carthax's tail twitched. Among his people, the Dravine, there were rules. You could fight, kill, destroy, but you protected those weaker than you. It was the Code of Flame, ancient as their homeworld's dying star. The strong who preyed upon the helpless were no better than scavengers. "Bring me Melvis," Carthax ordered. Julian tried not to shake as she brought the Dragon Gang leader his drink. She'd heard stories about the Obsidian Claw. Everyone had. They ran protection rackets, smuggled weapons, and once vaporized a rival gang's headquarters. But they also, strangely, had rules. They didn't traffic people. They didn't deal in certain drugs. They kept some semblance of order in the lawless districts. Still, Carthax terrified her. His presence filled the room like a gravitational field. "Human?" His voice rumbled like distant thunder. "Sit." Her heart hammered. I have other tables." "Sit." Not a request. She sat, hands clasped in her lap, wondering what she'd done wrong. Was Melvis late on his payments? Would she be used as leverage? Carthax leaned forward. "Who struck you?" The question was so unexpected that Julian blinked. "What?" "Your face, your arm. I can smell fear on you, but it is old fear, constant fear." His golden eyes narrowed. "Who?" She couldn't answer. Melvis had made it clear what would happen if she complained. The labor contract gave him rights over her until the debt was paid, which, with his creative accounting, would be never. Carthax's expression darkened. "I see." When Melvis arrived, sweating and obsequious, Carthax didn't waste time. "The human's contract. I'm buying it." Melvis's piggy eyes widened. "Most generous, mighty Carthax. Her debt stands at 40,000 credits, plus interest, and 5,000. But Carthax placed one massive claw on the table. The metal groaned. 5,000. Or I investigate how you've been treating contract workers. The sector authority might be corrupt, but they get very motivated when I provide evidence. And bodies." Melvis took the 5,000. Ben found his sister in the alley behind the Nebula's End, crying into her hands. He'd been searching for her for 3 months, ever since he'd pooled enough credits to book passage to Proxima Station. "Julian!" He rushed to her, his own bruises from bar fights and labor work visible on his lean frame. "I finally found you. I'm going to get you out of—" "He bought my contract," she whispered. Ben's face went pale. "Who?" "I'll kill him, I swear." "The dragon, Carthax." Ben had heard that name. Every bounty hunter, every mercenary warned about crossing the Obsidian Claw. No, he breathed. Julian, we'll run. I'll find a way. Ben. She looked up, and he saw something in her eyes he hadn't seen in years. Hope. He freed me. The contract, he canceled it. Said I don't owe him anything. Ben stared. That's not how gang leaders work. Carthax watched from the shadows as the two humans embraced. The male, Ben, according to Vex's research, had been searching for his sister across 3 systems. Stubborn, loyal, very human traits. Vex approached quietly. Why did you do it, boss? 5,000 credits for a contract you immediately voided? Carthax's tail swished. Do you know what humans call themselves, Vex? Deathworlders. Crazy apes. No. Carthax's eyes glowed in the darkness. They call themselves humanity. Do you know what makes them dangerous? Not their strength or their technology. It is their spite. Their refusal to accept injustice. He gestured toward the siblings. That male crossed 3 systems with no money, no weapons, no plan, just determination to save his sister. Humans do not forgive. They do not forget. They toppled the Vrax Empire because one human captain was wronged. They held the line at Thermopylae Station for 3 days against impossible odds because someone told them they couldn't. Vex shifted uncomfortably. And I just showed 2 humans that the Obsidian Claw respects the Code of Flame, that we protect the helpless. Carthax's teeth showed in something that might have been a smile. When the day comes that we need allies against the cartels, against the corporations, against whatever threatens this station, I want humans to remember who stood with them. He turned away from the alley. Besides, Melvis was skimming from our protection money. This way, I solve 2 problems and invest in the future. You're playing a long game, boss. I am Dravine. We invented the long game. Carthax's scales glinted like rubies in the neon light. And I have learned this about humans. They are the most terrifying creatures in the galaxy when you give them a reason to fight for you. 3 years later, when the Syndicate War erupted across Proxima Station, Julian commanded a battalion of human volunteers defending the eastern districts. Ben ran intelligence operations. And Carthax learned that his investment in humanity's gratitude was worth far more than any sum of credits, because humans never forgot their debts, especially the ones paid in kindness.